we are here. I promise to take calls. We're going to hit the phones, head over to North Carolina. And let me welcome in KRS-One. Is this Chris Parker? Is this you?
Yes, it is.
You
Hello?
must learn, bro. What? Let me wait. Hold on. I said to the call, I was like, "Is that the KRS-One, the architect of what we know as knowledge-based rap? Is this you?"
Yes, it is, ma'am.
Oh my God. Well, first of all, it's an honor. Thank you. Thank you for calling up. What's on your mind?
Well, I just wanted to congratulate you, first of all. I'm driving. I'm going through North Carolina. We're on tour right now. I'm on my way to New York. And I'm listening to the Karen Hunter show. And you had a question early on at the beginning of the show talking about leadership and people with solutions. Is there anybody, with any solutions? And I thought that was a profound question. It was to the point. I mean, it's people would say, yeah, well, we all ask the question. But the way in which you framed it and put the question, it's really something that people should pay attention to all the way around, because leadership is not just national, it's neighborhood by neighborhood. And a lot of people that are really leaders in their neighborhood, they're quiet. You mentioned something about silence is also complicity. It is. But also silence could also be the effect of oppression. Where where you can't even move, like you open your mouth and now you lost your job. You open your mouth, you can't move ahead. You say something truthful, and you could be canceled or whatever. And so it's difficult for people to even be leaders today, or even answer your question in that sense, because of the oppression.
Yeah, I mean, we both probably understand this. I sit as someone who has been canceled, I've lost jobs, I've been destitute because I would not shut up and didn't know that being truthful was going to be punished. I didn't know that honesty was something that would be punished because I was naive. And then I won't shut up though, because the silence can't be the acquiescence, right? So you use your music as the weapon of choice, and I'm using this microphone until they tell me not to, and then I'm gonna find someplace else to do it. But we have this one life, and if it's going to make a difference, which it should, because you were born for a reason, then cowering in the corners because somebody may take something away from you that they don't have the right to do anyway, right? Is not the answer either. Right. And if we band together, they can't touch any of us. That's the thing, right?
Right. That's the key right there, is unity. But unity requires a higher consciousness too. A lot of the solutions we're pointing to requires a certain kind of character. I meant there was a woman that came on, previously, and she was a teacher and spoke about the social studies. She substituted for a social studies teacher, and she asked the kids about what was going on in the Middle East, and she said only 2 of them, really had any kind of awareness. Everybody else was blank. And when she said that, I thought about that for a minute. I said, man, in one breath, sure, nobody's telling us anything, or the news is what it is, but on another breath, how can you not know what's going on? Like, where's your family? Where's your parents? Where's your individual character? And this is a part that people miss all the time, is that knowledge is based on character. If you don't have a certain character, you're not going to get a certain knowledge. If you don't have a certain, if you don't have principles within yourself, then obviously you're going to be that individual out there, just individual. You said, about unity, how important unity is. Well, unity requires self-sacrifice. Unity requires teamwork. Unity requires cooperation, not competition. And so if we're here in a capitalist society that only can see competition as a means of moving forward, and we're trapped in that society, or in that economic system, I should say, to eat, then unity is impossible, or you starve in that sense. So what do? Well, You had mentioned about solutions. I'll just say real quickly, solution-wise, for Black people in this country, and there is a difference, for Black people in this country, for African Americans in this country, it is a return to our spiritual practices. We don't need none of the education they've given us. We don't need none of their government, none of that. Once we realize who we are as a people, we are the people that invented language itself. So nobody took our language from us. We are the people who invented architecture, agriculture. We invented the concept of God and the devil and heaven and hell. All that come out of Africa. Europe never created any religion anywhere. So for them to for a European to actually say, or a European scholar, theologian, to deny God, and I say theologians, okay, philosophers as well, for them to deny God is their right. You didn't create God. We did. But we are so caught up in their system that we're forgetting who we are. And so we think, well, they took our land, they took our language, they took our customs, no, they didn't. You're the creator of all of this. And so once you get back to who you are, then it's clear. These people have nothing, and they have nothing on you. We need to return to righteousness, because the corruption that you see today is not to be criticized. You don't criticize corruption. Corruption is a moment for you to become righteous. When you see the lie is begging for the truth. When you see murder, it's begging for life. When you see theft, it's begging for charity. So instead of streaking to these things, let's rise up and be our real selves. Let's give to one another. Let's forgive one another. Just forgiveness alone. If Black folk would forgive Black folk, the criminal justice system would collapse. Literally. Literally, it would collapse.
You said everything. All right, I'm gonna need this one. First of all, give him some applause. He wasn't a book guest, but he absolutely dropped the mic, which he always does. So Mr. KRS-One, yes, driving from North Carolina to New York to perform. I'm just hearing this. I want to get your number if it's okay. I want to have you on officially so I can actually prepare to talk with you, because I do have 1,000,001 questions. We just did a town hall with Chuck D. We were talking about you in that, Kevin Powell talking about you in that. Might as well talk to you. Are you open to that?
It is my honor, Karen. I've been following your work for years, and you're just one of the rare people out there, and you need more support. You need the support. We're here to support you. I wanted to say that as well, that we're here to support you. I run an organization called the Temple of Hip Hop. We're in Newark, New Jersey. We're at 55 Ludlow Street, Newark, New Jersey. Big up to Mayor Ross Baraka and everybody over there. Newark is rising. It's one of the answers to your questions about leadership. And let's talk about that. Let's come back together. And actually, I just want to thank you. Your forum is so needed. And your voice is so needed. So anything you need me to do, or be, I'm a soldier in your army, a servant in your house.
Thank you. I don't know who's listening, right? I don't know who's tuning in. I just know every day I get up, and sometimes it's just like, is anyone paying attention? This is dire, but it's also so easy. Yeah. The solution that you're talking about is right there, and it's in us. When I talk about us being abundance, it's exactly what you were just saying. We're abundant. We don't have lack. So the lack that we have is what we bring in. And so, let's continue this conversation. I'm a little overwhelmed because it's rare that I get surprised, by things like this. And I've been rocking solo for so long, mostly on my own, steam, because I can't really think that I could depend on anybody. So I don't depend on anybody, which is it's an awful way to be, if I'm being honest. It is very lonely sometimes. So I thank you for that. That gave me everything that I didn't know I needed today. So thank you.
Everybody's listening, Karen. We all know who you are. Everybody listening. Anybody with some sense is listening. I put it that way. Everyone that is on the front line of this revolution to help our people, and really I say our people in that sense, but really that too is an issue of character, isn't it? Who are our people in that sense? This conversation is way beyond race, way beyond class. It's issue of character. So, Karen, once again, let's talk. I'll I'll hold on and give my number, and let's get together. We're listening, and you're leading, and really, all of hip hop knows who you are. So you have an army. Yes, you do. Let's organize that army and get some support going. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Hold on. I'm going to go to a break because I got to get myself together.
Through her hair, and she smiles and says that she loves me. Isn't it lovely when the one who loves things is the one